Hey there guys, Soulfireking here, and I want to welcome you back. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. Over 2 months, I know. Not so good on my part, and I do apologise. I had some stuff going on. I wasn't just sitting on my ass watching anime the whole time, and just most of it. But let me show you some of the things that I have done. First things first, roll opening. Now, in the 2 months I've been gone, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and it's not like I haven't been busy, but just aside for now, because today I decided to bring you something a little different, and that is a review. Not just a review of Pokemon Ethereal Gates. So I'm going to break this down into 3 sections: story and characters, graphics and gameplay, and soundtrack. So now that that's all said and done, let's get started with the story and characters. So, to avoid any spoilers here, I'm going to try and talk about the backstory just a little bit. So the game takes place in a fictional region called Lenica. There. It's quite a large region actually, and it's been through quite a lot in the past. Including wars over immense supernatural power and the ability to control a powerful legendary capable of resurrecting the dead. Now, flash forward a few hundred years to present day, we're introduced to the Pokemon professor of the region, Professor Hawthorne. He's kind of an older looking gentleman who specialises in the study of lore and religion in the Pokemon universe. Now we'll come back to Hawthorne in a moment, as it's this point where we are introduced to the 3 main characters of the game. First up is the player, obviously, and this is Cooper, if you play as a male, and Sophie, if you decide to play the game as a female. You're also introduced to the 2 rivals of the game, August and April. Not related, even though they're both named after months for some reason. August is more of the jock sports type guy, interested in battling Pokemon and challenging the gyms, whilst April is more of a bookworm, who when you go look in her room, really comes to light how much of a bookworm she actually is. But she's seriously interested in studying Pokemon and helping out the professor. A lot like Black and White 2's Bianca character, where she graduated from being just a normal ditzy girl into the helper of the professor of the region. So, speaking of, it was April's idea to go and see the professor, who just so happens to be visiting your hometown. So, when you get to the professor, April volunteers the 3 of you to go and help him out with his studies, and in return, you're rewarded with your first Pokemon, your starter. Now, being a fan-made game, of course, these are completely new Pokemon. They're Fakemon, Hackmon, whatever you want to call it, that's what they are. So, first up we have the Grass Flying starter, Fernley. Next we have the Fire starter, Kitorch. And the Water starter is known as Bubble. From there you set off on your journey to explore the region, battle the gyms, and make it to the Elite Four. And, you never know, maybe you take down an evil organization along the way. Next we have graphics and gameplay. So, when it comes to graphics used in Ethereal Gates, I have to say they are really amazing looking. They kind of fit somewhere between the 4th and 5th gen style of graphics, and they really look crisp and clean. And just give the game an overall nice look. The battle animations are great as well, using animated 2D sprites, a lot like Black and White 2, where they're constantly moving as opposed to just when they enter the battle. And speaking of the battles, when it comes to battling a rival or gym leader, you get the art pop of what they look like and their name, which really helps convey the character and bring them to life. As for the Pokemon themselves, this is where I find one of the few faults with the game. The Pokemon don't look like Pokemon to me, and that's kind of unfortunate. I don't know how to word this well. They kind of look like You know those Facebook ads for the fake Pokemon games that clearly, obviously fake? They kind of look like that, and it really makes them look like knockoffs. I don't know how to explain it very well. I'm not a huge fan of the Pokemon designs overall, from what I've experienced so far. Obviously, there are more throughout the game that may bring it back. But that being said, this is where the game really makes itself stand out because, unlike those crappy Facebook games, this one's actually good. And it's because of that I'm willing to forgive the designs for the overall gameplay. The gameplay is great, and I really like this game. And to be honest, some of the real Pokemon designs aren't that great. I can probably name off 10 off the top of my head right now. Gen 1 included, guys. Just saying, there's some crappy designs out there, but that's an argument for another day in a future video. As for the gameplay, well, what can I say? It feels like a main series game, and there's not much else I can say about it. You really can't fault a fan game like this when it plays so crisply and just feels like a main series game. The graphics run smooth and it works so well, and I really can't fault it that much. There are a few graphical errors here and there, but that being said, it's an unfinished game. It's a demo. Not only that, it's the first demo. So for it to play like this from the very start, you know the full game's gotta be amazing. And finally we come to the soundtrack portion. This section may not be in any future reviews I do. Maybe. I'll see about it. This is specifically here for Ethereal Gates. From the get-go, the team behind Ethereal Gates went all original. There's very little there's very little official Pokemon music used. Maybe bits and pieces here and there. Example, when you first encounter a trainer to battle in the wild, it'll play a tune that I can't pick out, but I know for a fact is from an actual Pokemon game. I'm thinking 4th gen. I'm just really coming up 4th gen when it comes to it. But the music in Ethereal Gates is just, it's so good. It helps the game stand out so much. There is literally so much original good music that just makes it get you hyped up all the time. It's so beautiful, and just listen to it. It's so good and so entertaining, and gets you hyped up and want to play the game even more. And it's actually one of the main reasons that I love playing this game, just to hear the music over and over again. So to sum things up, Ethereal Gates is a great looking fan game with an amazing feel and look, and it just sounds so good. If you can get past the looks of the Pokemon, which I did thanks to the overall experience of the game, I really think you're going to enjoy this. And so because of this, I'm going to award Ethereal Gates 8 out of 10, with an update to come when the full game is released. Now, that being said, I've seen games like this come and go before. Some of them make it to general release, others fade back into obscurity and nothingness. And I really hope the team behind Ethereal Gates doesn't drop the ball on this one. Keeps the quality of work good throughout the entire game, right the way through to the end. Because if they do, this will jump to a 10 out of 10 score easy, and quite possibly be one of the best standalone games we've come to see in years. Just please, guys, please make it work. Keep working. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and if you did, leave a comment down below. Letting me know. Maybe hit that subscribe button if you like what I do. Just thanks for watching in general. So, I'm going to get out of here. But before I do, as always, I'm going to remind you to hail to the king. Thanks for watching.